Satnam, and welcome to today's Kundalini Yoga and meditation as taught by Yogi Bhajan. My name is Dr. Ann Taylor, and it is my privilege to lead you in yoga this morning. As we begin our practice this morning, feel your sitting bones connecting to the mat. As you inhale deeply, opening up the belly on the inhale, allow the breath to rise up through the navel point, heart center, and all the way up to the collarbones. The exercises will be timed, and so if you're wondering why I've got my cell phone out, it's a wonderful timer as well. And this weekend, we're within 24 hours of the autumnal equinox. That's the point when the daylight is equal day, equal light. And in the northern hemisphere, we're beginning to enter into the dark, into the restorative, recovering, slumbering, longer nights, longer periods of darkness, and which is a time to perhaps go inward. But for this weekend, we're still in balance, and our practice today will be reflective of the equinox and the energies of the masculine, the feminine, the sun and the moon, Sol, Luna, and all those wonderful pairs of opposites that we all live with. And continuing to inhale deeply, opening up the belly, long deep breathing, bringing the breath in before we tune in with the Adi mantra. Excellent. Allow the eyes to close. Focus at the brow point, right between the eyebrows and just up a little bit. The eyes can be rolled up slightly. Rub the palms of the hands together. Place your hands at the heart center. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgirenme, Jugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Sri Gurudev-enme, Adgirenme, Jugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Sri Gurudev-enme, Adgirenme, Jugadgirenme, Satgirenme, Sri Gurudev-enme. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale, relax the hands down. And we'll do a beautiful pranayama warm-up, perspective and emotional balance. And it's using an alternate nostril breathing. And we'll be doing this for 10 minutes as our warm-up before we do the Kriya. But Yogi Bhajan says that if you practice this for 22 minutes a day, and the typical 40 days, you will begin to automatically use your breath during the course of the day to neutralize situations, whether you're thinking about it or not. So that's a very powerful reason to practice this. Also, at 31 minutes a day for the 40 days or more, you will really begin to balance the autonomic nervous system. And so that you will heal past shocks and you will be resilient for things that inevitably come up during our lives. Very simple. Sometimes the simple ones are the hardest ones because it really requires a focus. The left hand is in Gyan Mudra, index and thumb pressing. The other fingers are straight and resting on your knee. And the breath pattern is to inhale deeply through the left nostril. And of course, you're opening up the belly as you inhale, drawing the breath all the way up to the clavicle. When you reach your maximum, switch nostrils and exhale through the right. It's a slow, continuous, controlled exhale. The exhalation through the right is critically important. Ideally, they're the same amount of time. So as always, if you want to put on some meditative music in the background, feel free to do so. And we will begin. If you need to have something to help you stay focused, another little tip and technique is on the inhale, mentally vibrate Sat, Sa. And on the exhale, vibrate Nam. So that's a silent meditation, silent chant. And let's begin. Keep your neck in a gentle neck lock by tilting your chin forward slightly, opening up the back of the neck. Inhaling left, exhaling right, and repeating. Inhaling left, exhaling right. 1 minute remaining. Finish strong. And inhale deeply through both nostrils. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. And just allow your body and mind to relax, remaining in a meditative state. Excellent. Very nice. And as we move into the cooler temperatures in the Northern Hemisphere, and I guess any time of the year for that matter, it's a good idea to have a Kriya that you can go to for disease resistance. And of course, you can go back to the recording again and again as you like. So the Kriya is Kriya for disease resistance, and we begin by coming into rock pose for pumping the stomach. So if you've eaten within the past hour, preferably you haven't eaten for 2 hours or longer, this first exercise may not be a good idea because we're going to be pumping our stomach. And so the palms are together. The mudra will be over your head. So obviously I will be coming out of the screen, but it's just palms together, flat together. It's not like Sat Kriya. We're not crossing anything. All fingers are just lined up. And you begin by inhaling deeply, suspending the breath and pumping the navel on the suspended breath for as many times as you can before you feel the need to exhale. And then you repeat the process. So strive for perhaps 16 pumps. If that's too much, start with 5 and work your way up. And you might be able to get to 20 or so or more. Again, always letting the yoga meet you where you're at. We'll be doing this for 3 minutes, and you'll be really feeling that navel point come in on the stomach pumps. And arms over your head. Inhale deeply. And begin. You need to exhale, exhale, and then inhale deeply again. Suspend the breath, hold the breath, and begin the pumping motion. Keeping the elbows nice and straight, arms perpendicular to the floor. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gracefully relaxing your hands down. And just keeping your eyes closed, remaining in a meditative state. Just taking a brief interval between the next. The next exercise is bear grip, and it's designed to open the heart center and also stimulate the thalamus gland. So the position, bear grip, remembering the left palm is away from the body, the right palm faces. So you're going to be a little bit above the heart center being here, up a little bit. And the pattern is to inhale, suspend the breath, and pull as hard as you reasonably can. And then when you need to exhale, do so all through the nose, relaxing the grip, and then continue inhaling deeply, suspend, and pull. We'll be doing this for 3 minutes, and let us begin. Mentally open up the heart center. Going at your own pace. If your mind wanders, come back to the breath. Make sure your elbows aren't drooping. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax the hands down. Now, on some of these exercises, the key is the precision. They're not difficult exercises. But for example, in that one, you want to keep your elbows not drooping like this, but rather you want them to be like a yogi. Precise, the back is straight. And so as we continue, just focus on your form and keeping it nice and tight throughout the whole exercise. So the next exercise is sitting bends. Now, if you've got shoulder problems, you may need to modify. Simply interlacing the fingers and placing them behind the head. The sequence is to inhale deeply and exhale forward, leading with the heart center, not the forehead. So if you need to stack some pillows up, again, the key is to lead with the heart center. What you do not want to be doing is this. So let the yoga meet you where you're at, and let's begin. Coordinating the breath with the motion, inhaling into the up position and exhaling down. If you need to spread your knees a bit to accommodate your torso, do so. This is helping with digestion and keeps the spine flexible. Inhale deeply and come with sitting with your legs out in front of you. The next exercise is front stretch. And you may be familiar with this. Keeping the important checkpoints are to keep the backs of your legs down on the floor. You don't want to be lifting your knees so you can reach higher. That's not the point. Allowing a bend from the hips. If you're able to put your toes in toe lock, that's taking 2 fingers, wrapping it around your big toe, and then pressing the thumbs into the nail bed. That stimulates the pituitary gland. And from this position, inhale deeply in the up position and exhale your heart center down towards your thighs. If you're more flexible than I am, you'll be folded all the way down. If you cannot reach your toes and keep your legs flat, then reach your knees. That's the movement we're looking for. Moving the hips, inhaling up, exhaling down, and let's begin. Micro movements are perfectly fine. Feeling the lower back stretching out. This should feel relatively good. This is helping the glandular secretions that we generated in the last exercise to circulate around the body. If your mind begins to wander, simply notice it and come back to the breath with compassion. No judgment. Notice and come back. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale down, hold the breath out. Excellent. And now just come into easy pose. All right. Placing the hands on the knees for neck rolls. Begin to inhale as you rotate your head back gently, exhaling forward, and continue that circular movement. As always, allow the eyes to remain closed and focused at the brow. And reverse direction. And inhale, center. That simple neck roll exercise allows the circulation of the energy we've been building to enter into the higher areas of the brain, stimulating pituitary, pineal gland, working also the thyroid, the parathyroid. So in the sequence of that exercise, it's very uh, powerful in what it generates. So sometimes you don't have to be doing very difficult exercises to have profound effects. And what we're aiming here is to really build a strong metabolic function in our bodies. All right, now coming on to all fours for cat-cow. Inhale as you drop the belly down, lifting the head and tail. And then exhale a rounded back into the cat, dropping the head and tailbone. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Finding a nice rhythmic pace that works for you. If your mind wanders, come back to the breath. Inhaling sat, exhaling nam is always good to add in if you're losing your focus. Inhale and come back into rock pose. And just taking a moment to relax between poses. All right, the next exercise is alternate shoulder shrugs. And you will want to begin with the inhale, lifting the left shoulder as high as possible, dropping the right one down, and then exhaling the right one up as high as possible, and alternating in this fashion. And let's begin. Keeping the head still. Again, if your mind is busy, always just mentally chant Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, mentally. Inhale deeply. Exhale and relax. The next pose is corpse pose. Come lying on your back. This is not the deep relaxation yet, just to let you know. And just allow all the muscles to relax for 2 minutes. Again, as always, I'll time us. Just relax and let all the muscles go, moving with as few steps as possible to get down on the mat. Okay, inhale. And make your way into triangle pose. Some traditions call this downward facing dog. Kundalini Yoga calls it triangle pose. Setting your feet hip width apart. Tailbone in the air. And if you have a mirror, check your posture. Is your back straight? Is your head in alignment with your spine? And again, as always, I may not be just demonstrating the perfect posture. We are all letting the yoga meet us where we're at. And breathe deeply. It's very easy to let your breathing collapse in this posture. Long, deep breathing. Keeping the breath nice and full. And now, come standing for elephant walk. This is harder than it looks because the idea is to keep your knees straight, grab hold of your ankles, and begin walking. Elephant walk. And we'll do this for 1 minute. So you can walk around your room. I'm not going to go too far. If you can't reach your ankles, reach your shins, but keep your knees as straight as you can. This is adjusting the magnetic field and will prepare us for our deep relaxation. So 20 seconds, finish strong. Excellent. Good job. Okay, inhale, and you come lying down on your mat now for deep relaxation. And I will remain seated as usual and hold the space. And feel free to wrap yourself with a shawl or blanket if it's chilly where you're at. Allowing your arms to be at your sides, palms facing up. Breathing deeply through your nose. Allowing your feet to relax. Ankles, shins, as we're really learning to be out of our heads more and learn how to drop into our body. Bring our awareness now to our calves and shins, the knees, relaxing the tendons and ligaments, relaxing the thigh muscles, allowing them to let go. And now breathing deeply into the base of the spine, up into the pelvic bowl, filling the pelvic bowl with fresh prana, exhaling, eliminating the apana. Breathing deeply now, a couple more times into the navel area, relaxing the hips. Any tension you may be holding in your gut, try to relax it or set the intention to relax it and let your body take the cue. Breathing deeply now into the heart center, feeling the energy of the breath coming in and out as if your heart is breathing on its own. Inhaling now through the throat chakra, silently vibrating Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Truth is my identity. Inhaling now through the third eye point. And exhaling out the crown, imaginally. And allowing the breath, the prana, to surround your body in a protective glow of golden white light. As you now let go completely, I will call you back shortly. Inhale gently and begin to bring your awareness back into the room, making small wrists, small circles with your wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, stretch your arms over your head. You're still lying down. Elongate your body. Point your toes the opposite direction. And moving now into your cat stretches by bringing one knee across the body, arms out to the sides, turning your head the opposite way your knee is pointed, keeping the shoulders on the floor. And switching sides. And rubbing the palms of the hands, soles of the feet briskly together. Grabbing hold of your knees. Rock on the spine a couple times. And come seated for meditation. And we will practice the Kirtan Kriya again today. We started that last week. And let's see if we can do it and go a little bit deeper. The mantra is Sa Ta Na Ma. That's the Bij mantra, meaning it's the seed. It's the seed sound that will begin to set in the psyche and break up patterns that have been resistant. Satnam, broken into its components, is Sa Ta Na Ma. Infinity, life, death, rebirth. Sa Ta Na Ma. We will be doing this in 3 volumes. The first one, normal speaking volume. The second portion will be a whisper, sa, ta, na, ma, as if you're calling the beloved. You're whispering, you're calling forth. And then the next segment will be silent. We will continue the chant silently. There's a mudra, which I'll explain in a minute. So that continues. And then we come back out of it. So aloud, whisper, silent. Silent, whisper, aloud. And the mudra is on each syllable, take the thumb and press each successive finger. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And one more thing. During the each syllable, as the sa comes in, imagine a beam of energy coming into the crown, and midbrain, it comes out and goes to infinity. So it's like this. Sa, ta, na, ma. That's a visualization. And you can just allow the eyes to remain closed or just slightly gazing at the tip of the nose. And we'll be doing this for half the normal time. So it's a 31-minute meditation typically. If you're doing it for things like memory enhancement, you'll want to do the full 31 minutes. And the Yogi Bhajan said this is one of the meditations, if he had to just pick one or two, this would be one that he would take, and really encouraged us to use it during these changing times, going from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. So get in a comfortable seated position, wrists on the knees, and let's inhale deeply, exhale, and let's begin. Sa exhale and just allow yourself to be. Let's rub the palms of the hands together as we prepare to close with the long time sun. Remembering that the first round is for your own intention. The second round we will collectively send out peace, love, and healing for all sentient beings, including our killer whale population that is being celebrated and thought of this weekend. And please also add silently collect to the collective intention for them. Good for the second round. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And inhale to close. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Sat Nam.